I feel like last month the TBR thing was kind of a good idea because I understood like what books that I wanted to read, and it was like a really good for like mood reader type thing because I had a lot of options. So I want to do the TBR thing again, and I have a few books in my hands. So yeah, I don't know the end result of the TBR last month, but I do know that I feel like I read more books last month than I did the month before. But I haven't done my wrap up yet, so let's get into it. The first book off of my TBR that I'm gonna choose is this book. It's called Spells for Lost Things. It's by the same author who did Love and Gelato, Love and Luck, Love and Olives, and it's by Jenna Evans Welch. Jenna Evans Welch. And it says, Willow has never felt like she belonged anywhere and is convinced that the only way to find a true home is to travel the world, something she plans to do as soon as possible. But her plans are pushed aside when her aloof and often absent mother drags her to her hometown of Salem, Massachusetts, to help wrap up the affairs of an aunt who had just died. Sorry, I can't talk. And Aunt Willow didn't even know she had. And Aunt Willow, she didn't even, oh, okay. Mason has also felt like he's never belonged anywhere, but that might be because he's been in and out of foster homes his entire life. Stuck in Salem for a short time, Mason fully intends to escape from his new foster family and get back to his mom, wherever she may be. But when he meets Willow, he can't help but be pulled into her infectious desire to uncover the history behind her mother's secretive past in Salem, her mysterious aunt who may or may not have been a witch, and a centuries-old curse on her family. As the two explore the notorious coastal town, make their way from one ancient ivy-colored house to the next, and visit too many new age shops, they venture unexpectedly into a heartwarming romance. The universe seems to have brought the two of them together for something special, if only they can sum up the courage to discover what that something is. So I thought this would be a really cute like October read. I thought this would be very fun. So that is what I'm choosing for the first book. And then the second one that I'm choosing, also like very fall themed, was Maybe Meant to Be. This is by K.L. Walther. She's the girl that wrote The Summer Broken Rules and What Happens at Midnight. What happens, oh wait, it's on here. What Happens After Midnight. So I haven't read either of those books, but now I have all of her books. I did want to read this because it's very fall. And this is the story, I did read the back. This is the story of a girl and her very best guy friend. And everyone thinks that they're gonna end up together, but I think he's gay. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, okay, so he has a new girlfriend every month. Sage has never had a real relationship. Wait, what? Okay, and then Charlie and Luke are drawn together because Luke comes to campus and Sage spends time with Charlie's twin brother, Nick. So maybe Charlie is bi. Oh, no. Yeah, I think he is, because Charlie's afraid of what others will think if he accepts that he is much more than a friendship with Luke, and Sage fears that if she lets things with Nick get too serious too quickly, they won't be able to last as a couple outside of high school and will miss their chance at forever. So yeah, they're talking about like the boys that they're in love with. I thought this would be a really cute fall read, so I have that. And then I also got Ruth Swear, The Turn of the Key, because everybody keeps telling me that this is like the book to read and that the plot twist is so crazy. There's no, I don't know what this book is about because there's nothing on the back. Is there something like, it's just saying superbly suspenseful. There's no, I don't know what this book is about. How do I find out? Yeah, it doesn't say. So I'm going in blind. Sorry. I would love to tell you what this book is about. Maybe I'll read it and then I can tell you what this book is about because I have no idea. I also have The League of Gentlemen Women. I've already read 2 of the 3 books. This is the second book. I read the first and the third, but you don't really need to read them in order. It doesn't, like, nothing significant happened in the third one that was like, I don't know what's happening. So it's, yeah, it was different characters that it was revolving around, but this one is the series. It's so funny. It's so cute. It's about this like society, like the Wisteria Lady Society, and they're all thieves, but like very proper gentlewomen thieves. And yeah, it's just so funny. Like, you've got Cecilia in the first book who was like so mad because she thought she had an assassin trying to kill her and she was so excited, but then it turns out that it was because they're trying to actually get to her aunt, and she was so devastated by that. And then there's like this romance between her and the assassin, and it's so cute. Like, it's just so cute. And they obviously, it's a romance, so just take that with what you will. It's a romance. What do you think happened at the end? Like, but it's a fun story. And then in the third one, they're both spies, I believe. They're both spies, and they also fall in love together. And it's like such a cute, like, and it's very witty. Like, if you like sassy characters, like these books are full of sassy characters. So this one is Miss Charlotte. Oh, this is the girl from the first book. Okay. Miss Charlotte Pettifer belongs to a secret league of women skilled in the subtle arts. That is to say, although it must never be said, witchcraft. The Wiccan League strives to improve the world in small ways. Using magic, they tidy, correct, and manipulate according to their notions of what is proper, entirely unlike those reprobates in the mysterious society. When the long-lost amulet of Blackberry is discovered, it is up to Charlotte, as the future leader of the League, to make sure the powerful talisman does not fall into the wrong hands. Therefore, it is most unfortunate when she crosses paths with Alex O'Reilly, a pirate who is no Mr. Darcy. With all the world scrambling after the amulet, Alex and Charlotte join forces to steal it together. If only they could keep their pickpocketing hands to themselves. If Alex is not careful, he might just steal something else, such as Charlotte's heart. Like, it's so cute. It's so cute. I'm really excited to read this one. I also, because it's October, so I also got The Kiss Curse, or The Curse of the Kiss? No, The Kiss Curse. The Kiss Curse. This is the sequel to The Ex-Hex, and I believe this is her sister or something. I don't remember, but it says Gwen Jones is perfectly happy with her new life in Graves Glen. She, her mom, and her cousin, oh, it's her cousin, have formed a new and powerful coven. She's running a successful witchcraft shop, Something Wicked, and she started mentoring some of the younger witches in town. As Halloween approaches, there's only one problem. Llewellyn Wells Penhallow. Wells has come to Graves Glen to re-establish his family's connection to the town they founded, and to make a new life for himself after years of being the dutiful son in Wales. He opens up a shop of his own, Penhallows, just across the street from Something Wicked. He quickly learns he's gotten more than he bargained for, going up against Gwen. When their professional competition leads to a very personal and very hot kiss, both Wells and Gwen are determined to stay away from each other, convinced the kiss was just a magical fluke. But when the mysterious new coven of witches comes to town and Gwen's powers begin fading, she and Wells must work together to figure out just what these new witches want and how to restore Gwen's magic before it's too late. This looks cute. So, love that for Halloween. I also really, I put this on my TBR last month, but I really want to read it this month. It's The Finlay Donovan is Killing It. And this is about an author who is writing a thriller novel, and she's talking to her agent, and her agent's like, I don't understand what the problem is. Like, there's a girl, she's a damsel in distress, there's an assassin, he takes out the guy, everything's fine. Like, what is the problem here? And this lady overhears the conversation and thinks that she's an assassin. Like, she thinks the author Finlay is an assassin. So she goes to hire her to get rid of her husband for $50,000. And Finlay is going through a divorce and needs the money. And so she's like deciding if she should do it or not. And it's just funny, it's witty, it's cute. Yeah, it's just like a funny thriller, I guess, but with murder. I also went and got Bright Young Women. This book is one of the books that I really wanted to read. I thought it was going to be a book of the month pick for one of my book clubs, but it is not. It's not what we're reading, but that's okay. I really want to read this book. I really want to get to this book. It is called Bright Young Women by Jessica Knoll. She's the same girl that wrote The Luckiest Girl Alive. And this one is January 15th, 1978 is a night of promise. A serial killer's escape in Aspen, Colorado couldn't be further from the minds of the busy young women at the top sorority on Florida State University's campus in Tallahassee. Sorority President Pamela I don't know how to say that, spends her Saturday night glued to her desk, cradling her textbook like a pillow. She's startled awake at 3 a.m. by a strange sound. She makes the fateful decision to investigate what she finds outside her bedroom door is a scene of implausible violence. 2 of her sisters dead, 2 others maimed. It is the final murderous spree of the man the papers will soon dub the All-American Sex Killer. But Pamela doesn't know this yet, nor does she know the story of 25-year-old Ruth, I don't know how to say that last name either, who 4 years earlier disappeared from Seattle's Lake, I don't know how to say these words, State Park in broad daylight, confounding police and shattering Ruth's roommate and best friend, Tina Cannon. When the massacre of the Tallahassee sorority house becomes national news, Tina is certain it is the work of the same man who terrorized Seattle area 4 years prior. She rushes to Florida on a collision course with Pamela and one last impending tragedy. Bright Young Women is the story of 2 women who demanded answers to questions nobody else would ask. What happened to Ruth the day she went missing? And how did a serial killer from the Pacific Northwest set his sights on a sorority house in Florida? Toggling between these nightmarish continued on back. In 1978, in a letter that brings Pamela and Tina together in the present, the astonishing truth is revealed, along with a portrait of the extraordinary women who saw past the media's glorification of the Kennedy of killers for who he really was. So yeah, that looks awesome. I'm excited to read this. It feels very like horror fall October, you know? Like, I love a good October book that is thriller-ish and not about witches. But I do like a good witch book. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Anyways, the last and final book that I am gonna read in the month of October, and it is a guaranteed read because my friend has told me that I have moments left to live if I don't read this book. So it is Once Upon a Broken Heart. I was supposed to read this several times and I never got to it. I just never did. It's not for any reason other than I just wasn't ready for a fantasy, but apparently I have no choice anymore. So I'm gonna finally read Once Upon a Broken Heart. Sorry, I am doing laundry. I'm sure you can hear that. I'm reading Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. And this is following like the Caraval series. I did read Caraval, but it's How Far Would You Go for Happily Ever After? For as long as she can remember, Evangeline Fox has believed in true love and happy endings until she learns that the love of her life will marry another. Desperate to stop the wedding and to heal her wounded heart, Evangeline strikes a deal with a charismatic but wicked Prince of Hearts. In exchange for his help, he asks for 3 kisses to be given at the time and place of his choosing. But after Evangeline's first promised kiss, she learns that the bargaining with an immortal is a dangerous game and that the Prince of Hearts wants far more from her than she pledged. He has plans for Evangeline, plans that will either end in the greatest happily ever after or the most exquisite tragedy. That's cute. I'm excited. I think this is like a book that I do want to read it in October, so I think this will be good. So that's it. That's all the books that I have. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 books on my TBR. These are the 8. I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end it didn't really matter. So, yeah. Okay, these are the books on my TBR. These are the books that I am going to be trying to read. And yeah, I'm very, very, very excited. I think, well, today's still September, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and start reading them, and we're gonna just like have really fun October month. It's gonna be so fun this October, and I'm super excited, and it's gonna be amazing. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day or night or whatever time it is that you're watching this, and I would love to know your TBR. I would love to know what you have. Please don't forget to comment and subscribe and do all of those wonderful, wonderful things. Yeah, I'm excited. So, it's gonna be fun. Okay, bye.